Hi, I'm Joseph Khateri, and today I'm going to tell you the absolute requirements for when you first buy your Oculus Quest 2. Let's go. I have been using the Oculus Quest 1 and 2 for a few years now, and I've realized that there's a lot of info that people don't know when they first buy the headsets that you kind of realize later on. But I'm here to tell you that now, because why not? I'm gonna save you some time and maybe money. But first, you know what time it is, let's take a look at this. 97% of you are not subscribed. That is a staggering amount of people. Subscribe now for weekly VR content. Let's get that down to 96%. Subscribe so I can feed my kitten. Alright, so I have 5 main tips that I can share with you today. This is kind of a continuation or reverse of my last video. I don't even know if that video is gonna do well or not. This is the same day I'm wearing the same clothes. A lot of people got Oculus Quest 2s for Christmas, so I decided that this would be a good time to make this kind of video. Alright, so the first thing, get Sidequest and get the Oculus app. Okay, so this is Sidequest. I have not turned it on in a while. It needs to update. My headset's not connected, but the point is, it has a bunch of free games you can get. You can put in custom commands here that can pretty much do anything you want it to, such as change the resolution, change FOV, change bitrate recording, change the FPS limit, which is like 90 to 120. You can make it 120. There's a whole bunch of cool shit you can do. There's also the settings part where you can, again, change the refresh rate, change chromatic aberration. A lot of cool stuff you can do throughout this. I've made an entire video on it before. But the best thing, in my opinion, is the games. When you first start off, you will realize that, hey, I have this really cool headset, but I have no games for it. Well, Sidequest has a bunch of free ones. Pretty much everything you see on the screen right now is free. Some of my favorites include Attack on Quest. I've made an entire video on that. Battle Talent, I will make a video on that in the future. I already have it. Gorilla Tag, also very free, full of 12-year-olds though, so beware. Pavlov Shack, basically just Pavlov VR, but the Oculus Quest version, a little bit dumbed down. Oh, also Tennis League VR, completely forgot about that. One of the best tennis simulators I've ever played, and probably my favorite game in VR. And you also need the Oculus app, which you connect your Oculus Quest to. Mine's not connected, it's charging, but you can click it normally. And again, I've made a video on this already. Same with the Sidequest, it was the same video really. But you can change the resolution, refresh rate, quality, stuff like that for when you are using a cable to connect to your computer. And you also need that Oculus app to connect your, computer to your PC if you want to play wirelessly, or at least to set it up. Second thing you have to do, kind of leading into it, connect to your PC. If you have one, of course, the Oculus Quest 2 is a standalone. However, if you do have a PC, the requirements aren't that much. I think you need a GTX 970. So to connect to one, you could buy a very long cable or use the cable included, but I like having my own cable, in case your Wi-Fi is not good or you want to be charging, stuff like that. But this is the cable that I originally bought. As you can see, bought June 16th, 2020. It is a 16-foot cable. It uses USB 3.1, I think it is, or 3.2, sorry. And it just connects to your headset. I highly recommend it. And I think there's actually like an updated version of this cable, but it's a cable, who really cares? Now, if your Wi-Fi is on the better side, I would recommend using AirLink. It comes with your Oculus Quest 2 by default. You just have to enable it in these settings. It lets you connect to your PC wirelessly as long as you have the Oculus app. And it's free. Now, I personally don't use it because I think it's garbage and it just doesn't fucking cooperate with me. So I use something called Virtual Desktop. Again, I've made an entire video on this, you've guessed it, Probably one of the best apps I've ever used just based on functionality, and it does what it needs to. So I also recommend that for wireless play, as long as your Wi-Fi is good. Alright, let me quickly interrupt and say go down to the description right now, or just go below this video and subscribe. In the description, you'll find links to my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and even the music playing throughout this video. Alright, that's it. That's just what I want to say. Alright, back to the tips. The third tip is to set up casting. So this is the website, oculus.com/casting. It will be in the description. So all you really need to do is go on this website and then log into your Oculus account, and then you go onto your headset, click share, and then click cast, and that's it. Now, all your friends and family, you can flex on them on how bad you are at Pavlov, and they can watch you get completely domed with a sniper on your TV or wherever you decide to cast it, because they can see your screen now, basically. It's pretty cool. I really like it. It's very simple and straightforward, and it's not perfect, but it does what it needs to. So the next thing that you absolutely must do is buy a battery pack. I would recommend buying a battery pack or a head strap. However, I went over the head strap in the last video, so this one I'll say battery pack. All you really need to do is just Google USB-C battery pack onto Amazon. So USB-C battery pack, there's a ton of them. You don't need anything crazy expensive like this $66 one. And as much as 20,000 milliamps is intriguing, you don't need that much. You would be fine with probably around 5,000 in all honesty. because that gets you about 1.5 full charges, because the Quest battery on default only lasts 1.5 hours. But with about, I would say this one right here is pretty decent, as decent reviews. 18 watts, which is good, quick charging, 10,000 milliamps. That's probably 3 extra charges on your Oculus Quest. So instead of 1.5 hours, it'll be closer to 6 or 7, which again, I think that's just unnecessary. No one plays that long, or at least I don't. I'm old and have back problems. But yeah, put one of these in your back pocket and you're good to go for a few hours. Now, if you don't want to purchase one of these, you can just use the cable instead. You know, use the cable it came with, or use that 16-foot one that I recommended, and it will charge while you're playing. You can do both at once and buy one of these. This is actually unavailable right now, but I have it. It is a head strap with a magnetic battery on the back. So added comfort and magnetic battery, it's pretty cool. And finally, the very last tip that I can give you, what you absolutely must do after buying an Oculus Quest 2 headset. You have to wipe down the headset, probably after every use. Haha, you always have to wipe, haha, funny joke. But seriously, wipe the lenses with a microfiber cloth after every single use. If you don't know what a microfiber cloth is, it's these bad boys. They come with everything. They probably came with your headset. They probably came with your glasses. It's just everywhere. And this 6-pack is $9. I've seen them sold at the 99-cent store before. So just make sure you wipe down the lenses, it avoids smudges, and if you actually use something like a cotton shirt, that actually has the potential to scratch it. So you pretty much have to use these microfiber cloths. And another thing that you always have to wipe is wipe down the headset itself, the leather part, the silicone part, wherever your face and forehead touches it. It gets very sweaty, as I'm sure you guys have figured out by now. VR is very hot and humid, and that sweat and that bacteria on your face will lead to acne. That's inevitable. So wipe it down after every single use. Now, if you have a bunch of nosy friends who want to use all of your shit without permission, I would buy one of these. This is what I put on my original Oculus Quest 1. It is a VR cover that is detachable and you can just wash it afterwards. And I got it from vrcover.com. Right here, vrcover.com. It's one of these maybe, I think. I'm not sure, it's been a while. All right, and that's all I have. So by now you should have 5 new tips, 5 necessities that you must do after buying your Oculus Quest 2. Hey, that rhymed. Anyways, this channel is all about making educational and entertaining VR content. So subscribe now, hit the bell, join my Discord down below to receive updates on when I upload. You can find links to all of my social media down below, like my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. All down below. All right, that's all I got. Have a nice day.